Welcome back, my friends. Now, who says you can set the table for a simple weeknight dinner? I think it sets the tone and brings good vibes, especially after a long day at work, my friends. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an easy and delicious chicken breast. And I know, some people don't like doing chicken breast because it tends to dry out. But not today. I'll show you a foolproof, yes, my friends, a foolproof way to keep it juicy and full of flavor. I'm going to be infusing these in bell pepper, garlics, and onion. So come with me, my friends, and let's get cooking. Now, here's the trick with this chicken breast. You want to go ahead and pound it out a bit just to even the thickness of the chicken. This little step, trust me, my friend, is going to make a big difference. And it's going to cook evenly as well. Trust me. And here is another trick. I'm actually using some plastic wrap. This can be messy. So I think this is your best bet. I think these are good to go. Now let me show you guys the ingredients. And as always, I say this, simple ingredients that I think we all have in our pantry. I sure hope so. So we're going to be needing some cornstarch, and that's going to be just to give that chicken some crispiness. I love me some chicken bouillon. So I'm going to be using some chicken bouillon. I'm going to be using some salt, also some black pepper. You're going to need some paprika. I also have here some Sazón Goya. I have some garlic. I have some garlic powder. I also have some oregano, lemon lime will do, and I have some onion powder. And here we have some onions, some bell peppers, we have some cilantro, lemon, we have garlic, oil, and some red vinegar. This is what's going to give this delicious chicken a delicious flavor at the end. So I started here seasoning my chicken breast, and you know what? I pretty much season to taste. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add all these delicious ingredients. I'll make sure to season the chicken breast evenly on both sides. You want every bite to be full of flavor. Yes. Once it's seasoned, I'm going to let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes. That gives it some time so the chicken can get really flavorful and soak in all these deliciousness. Now here is a disclaimer because I'm going to be using some chicken bouillon. Chicken bouillon is salty, my friends, so be very careful with that. You want to see if you need to add some salt, go ahead and do so, but be very careful with the chicken bouillon because boy, have I made some mistake in the kitchen. But that's all good. I think that's the best part of cooking. We learn and we don't do it again. So be careful with the chicken bouillon, my friends. So my chicken is well seasoned. I'm going to let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes. And I am going to be preparing my chicken in my electric skillet. This right here is life. And I use my skillet pretty much, I want to say maybe 2-3 times a week. I like it because it's easy to clean, it's less messy, and if I don't want to fry anything inside, I can actually do it outside. So my skillet is hot. I added some oil. I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken breast in. Guys, here's the trick. We're going to do 3 to 4 minutes on each side. That's it. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes. Now look how beautiful this look. And this right here, my friends, I call perfection. Now I am actually working on my second batch. Meanwhile, here's the trick. I need to cover the chicken because we want it to continue cooking just a little bit. And it's gonna hold those juices as well. This is what's gonna really make this chicken breast so delicious. So just put a little bit of foil paper over it and leave it alone. As easy as that. This right here is my favorite part because this is the key to this delicious recipe. Okay? Got a skillet, I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, and we are going to cook these vegetables just a little. We have to be very careful because we don't want to burn this. So I have my skillet on a medium-high temperature, and I am keeping my eye on it. The key to this is actually the oil and the red vinegar. When you put this over that chicken breast, I'm quite sure you guys are gonna try this. I want to hear it all in the comments. And this right here, you can actually do it with fish. You can do it with steak. You can do it with any meat. Delicious. Now this is almost ready. These are the last key ingredients, always leave for last. So I'm adding some garlic. And of course, then I'm going to be adding the cilantro, of course. You know, I love me some cilantro. It just gives it such a great flavor. It gives food a great flavor, period. Now I'm going to also add a little bit of oil and the red vinegar. My friends, you're going to thank me later. And then add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Again, be very careful with this. Remember, we season our chicken breast, so we don't want to have a salty recipe. Then what I like to do with this is I like to let it sit for a good 5 minutes. I like to add the lemon and the red vinegar and oil for last, because I want all these ingredients to marinate nicely. Now guys, I know some of you have figured it out by now. It is a red wine vinegar. My friends, it's not easy doing these voiceovers. Sometimes I make a list of things so I don't forget. So it is red wine vinegar. Oh, we got that right. And that's it, my friends. Now, how easy was this? Simple flavor, absolutely perfect. Just look at those beautiful colors. My friends, I'm going to be serving this delicious chicken with some jasmine rice, a simple salad. That's all you need. Nothing complicated. Just good food made with love for my family. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this recipe as much as I did. If you haven't already done so, my friends, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you guys don't miss out on videos. Until next time, as always, cheers. Bye-bye.